Hello, it's Damien here. Just want to say thank you again for tuning into my live broadcast. Of obviously some obviously people may have had sound was broken and sometimes it's frozen. We apologise for that. Obviously it's beyond our control. And the Wi-Fi, it could be your Wi-Fi, it could be anywhere, but. What have I learned today? Well, of course, the milkshake tip went really well actually. Of course, ice cream, milk, and of course whatever Nesquik flavor you've got. That's obviously handy. Well, one person obviously wants to give it, but it's been great. And the milkshake went down really well. But as I say, I've obviously had a bit of a fundraiser going on for me to have a blender, well, which of course I was going to get myself, but fair play. But and the chef's hat as well, which I didn't expect. So just want to say thank you for tuning in, and it's been my pleasure. Oh. Okay, right, one more. I've got a shout out to give out for Kathy Donnelly from Rob Donnelly, isn't it? Yeah, Kathy Donnelly, of course. Wants a shout out from someone's post. I've forgotten who it was, but he'd asked me to give her a shout out. So well done. So I say hi, Kathy. So it's been another great day today, experience wise. It's been fantastic. So that's all. Next, right then. Let's see what other cooking tips I can give you today. Right, early today I actually made a sausage casserole, a vegetarian sausage casserole, of course. But of course, best thing to do is you could use a jar, but I recommend using the Coleman's or the own brand sausage casserole mix with 300 grams of water. But of course, a lot of people just add onions, loads of onions. You don't have to just add onions. You can also add a tin of baked beans. Well, you could also add as any type of beans as you want. You could use kidney beans. You could use broad beans. You could even use maybe a tin of beans and maybe some green beans as well. But you could also put some mushrooms in. Well, you could also use mushrooms, which works out best. But what I did, I added baked beans and a little bit of spice too, just to spice it up a bit. And I used the vegetarian Lincolnshire sausages. So there we are. Lincolnshire sausages is also ideal if you want to make your own toad in the hole. Of course, toad in the hole has been my favourite as well. But Lincolnshire sausages would be best. Doesn't have to be pork sausages. Lincolnshire sausages. Use the Lincolnshire sausages because if you use that instead of ordinary sausages, you'll see it tastes better. Sorry, I'm yawning a bit. And that's the first one. And second one, of course, apple pies. If you're thinking of making your own apple pies, if you can't find any ordinary Bramley apples, why not, as well as obviously you can get the shortcrust pastry and the puff pastry, or if you want to make apple turnovers, why not use a jar of Bramley apple sauce? You could use 2 jars, you can use you might have enough to just 1 jar, but my tip, why don't you use Bramley apple sauce, but if it's not sweet enough, just add a little bit of sugar or sweetener to it, and it'll make maybe a great apple pie. We could use it in a huge apple, in a big apple pie, or you can use them in tiny ones. But that's one idea. And you could also, if you're really desperate, obviously Mr. Kipling's used to do apple pie and custard in one pie. You could do that yourself if you wanted. A little bit of some of that Bramley apple sauce, and a tin of. If you get a tin of custard, it has to be cold. I would put it in. Put the custard in cold on top of the apple pie, and it would work a treat. So there's another tip for you. And chocolate brownies, and then finally for chocolate brownies, of course, as well as getting the brownie mix, if this brownie doesn't have any chocolate chips in it, why don't you get yourself some chocolate chips? Or even better, you could maybe get some chunks of dairy milk, chocolate Cadbury's dairy milk. You could use them to put inside the brownie. It would work, and this would be handy. So there's our few desserts tips I can mention. And it's been, and that's another vlog to done. Right. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. If I can get live, if I can go live, I'll try go live. But if not, my next broadcast it'll probably be recorded. So I think the fillet fish. I mean, I'm going to do a fillet fish demonstration live, probably on Wednesday. Probably a Wednesday. It's around about 8:30. So about 8:30, and that's my definite plan. Wednesday I'll be doing the fillet fish. And because what I'm obviously going to do is I'm going to put it in the oven first. I'll do it between 8:30 and half an hour because I'll be home about 8:15. So because I've got to be out of the house for a bit. So thank you for all the messages and the support. And obviously, if my live video was lagging, then I do apologise. I'm hoping to have a laptop soon anyway, so and it'll be better screening. So I'll see you soon, and don't forget to follow my new group page as well, called Damien Coyne Superstar Vlogger. Of course, that's where I'll be doing my live videos as from tomorrow or Wednesday when I do my next live broadcast. It'll be on my new Superstar Vlogger. So if you go to that page, go and follow that. That's where I'll be doing my live videos from now on. And hopefully I'll see you again real soon. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.